Okay, so I want you to look at this garden bed with me for a second because honestly, it's a bit of a mess right now. You've got these sad, yellowing tomato vines that you probably already ripped out. Some weeds doing better than anything you actually planted, and just bare, tired dirt everywhere else. And if this is basically what your garden looks like in August or September, I get it. I really do. There's this feeling that hits every gardener around this time of the year. The tomatoes are slowing down, the lettuce bolted weeks ago, and you kind of just assume, well, that's it then. Season's basically over. Might as well let the weeds win. But here's the thing, and this is honestly one of my favorite little secrets in gardening. That feeling is completely wrong. You have actually got a massive window of opportunity sitting right in front of you, and almost nobody uses it properly. I call these panic crops. Three specific plants that go from a little seed to a full harvest in 30 to 45 days, which, if you do the math, means you can still hack the calendar and get real food before that first frost even thinks about showing up. So, no, your season is hot. Your season is not over. Anyway, let's get into the first one because it's honestly a little ridiculous how fast this works. Panic crop number one, French breakfast radishes. And okay, I know radishes don't exactly sound thrilling, but stick with me here because I'm about to flip something on its head for you. Most people plant radishes way back in spring, right? It's like radishes, peas, spring, and on. But here is the thing nobody tells you. Late summer is actually the better time to plant them. And I mean it. The soil right now is still warm from summer, so these seeds germinate almost instantly, like embarrassingly fast. But the air around them is starting to cool down, which means the radishes grow crisp and snappy instead of turning old woody and weirdly spicy, which is honestly what happens a lot of the time in spring when the weather swings hard too early. So basically, you get the speed of summer soil with the texture bonus of autumn air. Best of both worlds. And we are talking seriously about a month here. You scratch some seeds into bare dirt today, excuse me, and in around 30 days, you are legitimately pulling vibrant, crunchy red radishes out of the ground. That's it. That's the whole timeline. It's honestly one of the fastest wins in all of gardening, and I think it's criminally underrated. Okay, panic crop number two. And this one solves a problem I know a lot of you have been quietly fighting with all summer. Arugula, or rocket, if that is what you call it. Here is the classic July arugula disaster. And honestly, you have probably lived this exact story. You plant arugula in early summer, all excited, and within like 2 weeks, it's just balls. Shoots straight up, gets tall and leggy, throws out these little flowers, and the leaves turn bitter enough to make your face scrunch up. And on top of that, it's usually riddled with these tiny little shotgun holes from flea beetles heaping an absolute buffet on your poor plant. It's genuinely one of the most frustrating things to grow in the heat. But, and here is the flip. Arugula was never built for summer. It's a cold weather crop. It just gets forced into growing in summer because that's when everyone's planting their gardens. So when you plant it now, in this panic window, everything changes. The cooling weather stops it from bolting in a panic to make seeds. And here's the fun part, is that first light frost approaches, it actually makes the leaves sweeter, Cold makes arugula better, not worse. And the free battles, they basically disappear as the temperatures drop. So you go from that sad, bitter, bug-eaten mess to the thick, lush carpet of arugula that's actually sweet and peppery and exactly the way you wanted the first time around. Same plant, completely different experience. Wild, honestly. Alright, panic crop number 3. And this one's for anyone who thinks late season growing means you are stuck with tiny sad little greens. It doesn't. Be it bok choy or really any of the Asian greens family, and they are all kind of playing the same game here. Bok choy, it doesn't just tolerate the cold coming your way, it actually loves it. If you plant it now, it doesn't sit there timidly, it explodes in size. We are talking real, substantial, heavy heads, not some token garnish. And here's the part that always surprises people. When that first light frost finally hits, bok choy doesn't wilt or die like you would expect. It actually gets crunchier. There's a real science behind that. By the way, a lot of these hardy greens convert stored starches into sugars when it gets cold, which acts almost like natural antifreeze for the plant, and as a side effect, it makes them taste sweeter and crisper too. So frost isn't the enemy here. It's basically a free flavor upgrade. So yeah, while everyone else is out there mourning their tomato plants, you could be harvesting these big, heavy, crunchy heads of bok choy while there's actual frost on the ground around them. Kind of a flex, honestly. Okay, so here is how you actually do this, because I don't want you overthinking it, turning this into some big weekend project. You don't need to dig up your whole garden bed. Please don't. That's way more effort than this requires. All you need to do is grab a rake or even just your hand, scratch the surface of whatever bare dirt you have got, throw your seeds down and water them in. That's genuinely it. No elaborate prep, no soil amendments, no fuss. These are fast, forgiving crops specifically because they are built to take a short window of time, not because they need you to baby them. So here is your actual homework, and I want an honest answer in the comments. Which of these 3 are you panic planting this weekend? The radishes, because you want that instant gratification. The arugula, because you are still bitter, pun intended, about your bolted summer batch. Or the bok choy, because you like the idea of harvesting something genuinely impressive while everyone else's garden is calling it quits. Tell me down below. And if this just saved your garden season from ending 3 months too early, you know what to do. Hit subscribe, because there is a lot more of this work smarter, not harder stuff coming. Alright, go panic plant something, and I'll see you in the next one.